What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2029. Allah. Could you imagine if it really was like that?
2029.
2029.
Hey, that's like 5 years away or something, isn't it?
How many?
5?
Yeah, you would say that.
You have entered the
Wait,
future.
am I right or am I right?
Hold on. How do we answer that question? Are you going to allow
Or maybe
me?
less than 5 because 224. 2024 is almost over.
2024? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. 5
couple
years.
months, 4 years and couple months.
All right, guys. So if you're out there and you're, hold on, Sylvia,
You're
little-
chopping off my head, I think.
yeah, your little name's like just covering your whole head over there, and then you got a big head. There we go. There we go. All right. So if
There
you're
it is.
tuned in, guys, y'all know the routine. We appreciate if you can like, share, comment, do all that fun stuff that we like for y'all to do. But all right, let's get down to it. Ray Ray, what's up? Ray Ray in the house. What's
It's
up?
another super beautiful Tuesday in the sparkling city by the sea, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Allah.
And we're live at
You know
Atomic Talk.
damn well that this boy is the DJ.
I know.
You're
you
like
should have
right-
been a rapper.
On the fly, it was like,
Partly cloudy outside.
oh man, that was on the fly. That was on the fly right there. That's crazy. And then we got Sylvia in the house. What's up, Sylvia?
Well, how am I supposed to follow that up? Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody.
You're supposed to get down like all crump and stuff. Like
You're supposed to do the imagen pose.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
yeah. So and then we got me in the house, guys. So Atomic Talk on
That was exciting.
October 22nd. Atomic Talk on October 22nd. Our one crazy guy who kind of throws a little wrench into the pile is actually on the road headed back from out of town.
Is he doing a comedy show like out of town?
Yeah, on the cool. I want to say he
He's on
is,
the road.
man. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in.
Safe travels, Epi, because he might be listening to us.
No, he is listening. And
Hi, my sister's on here. Hi, Lori.
you have a sister?
I do have a sister.
Did we just find out like right now, live on camera right now? We just found out Sylvia has a sister, guys. This is gonna be great news right here, guys. So does your dad know? Hey, so to all
All
the
of a
people,
sudden, we're on the Maury Povich show.
I know, right?
you are not the father.
You are not the father.
Hey, you know that show right there, the You Are Not the Father. You think that was actually like real scenes, or was that just like straight up made up? Honestly, big shout out to
Pastor
Rosalinda,
Bill.
Pastor Bill, Tristan, all the people that are tuning in right now, guys. We're gonna get into some good stuff because we're gonna talk about dominance.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about dominance. But yeah, so what do you think? Do you think that they were really being legit? To all the people that are tuned in, guys, do you think the Maury Povich show, when they would say you are not the father or you are the father, do you think that this was all scripted? Because I mean, how many
I
times?
think maybe it starts. Okay, so like if you come on the show, you're gonna be I guess like a little meeting in the beginning. Say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna talk about fly with it, and it just turns into chaos after that.
What do you think, Sylvia?
I think maybe some of it is scripted and some of it is real. Maybe.
I personally think that it was all scripted because, to be honest with you, well, you know what? I was going to say how many baby mamas out there are really that toxic. But I mean, man, today.
And baby daddies, you don't just put the women out there.
What do you mean I don't just put the women out there? Where do you want me to put the men? Shouldn't be out there. Women.
Men are toxic
No,
also.
the women are the ones that cause all the damn problems.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've already figured this out. Women are just ovens.
Luckily, Steve Luckily, Steve was there. Steve.
Steve.
Steve Wilkos.
Yeah.
Shout out to let's see, Mercedes or Justin tuning in. What's up, guys? If it's Justin, missing you out there at the coffee bar.
I know.
And then Mercedes, I was messing with Mercedes today. Actually, I told her because I went to go get my haircut. Man, big shout out to Sonny. Man, Making me look. The other day, I went out and about after getting my haircut. I went out and about, and I was walking into a store, and somebody came up to me. They're all like, "Hey, do you cut your own beard?" And man, to be honest with you, I really wanted to say yes.
Thought about taking the credit.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes. I really wanted to say yes. You know what? I gotta give a little light to my beard. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I really wanted to say, yeah, I was the one that did it myself. And
I got a question about that. Do they make just for men in that color, or is it just black?
Hold on, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, sir?
Your beard. Do they make just for men in
red?
I'm gonna assume just for men is like a dye, like a hair dye.
Yeah, but do they make it in that color? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I believe Mercedes or Justin's on there right now. Who is it, Justin or Mercedes?
I think it's.
You understand what I'm asking, right? Like, do they make it for different color tones?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They do.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, one time in Bandcamp,
love Bandcamp.
One time I actually was at the coffee bar, and I was talking with Mercedes there. It's actually Mercedes on there right now, and I was talking with Mercedes, and I told Mercedes, "Hey, I'm getting a lot of grays here. What can I do?" And she's all like, "Well, there's a dye that we could put on there to match up the color." And I kid you not, man, she did an amazing job. I will tell you this. I don't know how y'all women can handle this stuff. I mean, I give y'all a little props. I'm going to give y'all a little props on it. Okay, so she puts that dye on y'all's hair, and that smell is strong.
Yeah.
Well, imagine, I don't know if any girl, I don't think a girl would do that because they don't have beard or mustache, but, they put the dye on my my mustache, and then they put the dye on my beard. And then I was like, okay, I'm about to pass out here. She was all like, oh, dang. Oh. She's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I was all like, yeah. But I mean, to be honest with you, man, I did that one day, and I was just kind of experimenting, I guess.
Yeah.
And I had asked on Atomic Talk, people would should men do that? That was the question. And then the next day I just went in there and just tried it for the heck of it to see what it felt like and what it looked like and, all that stuff. And to be honest with you, it looked good. I mean, I got a lot of compliments on it. I was like, they did say like, you look more younger, you look this, you look that, and I won't say what all the girls say, but,
Hey,
hey, what? I'm saying they were saying like, hey, I would like to get that color of dye too and stuff like that, But anyway, so they were like, the dye looked cool and everything, So yeah, they did match it up. It was like a copper is what they said.
Okay.
But
so let me ask you another question, but pay close attention to the question. Have you ever had your eyebrows waxed?
No. So
yes.
So we've actually talked about this on Atomic
I haven't,
Talk.
so we're good.
We actually talked about this on Atomic Talk, and I personally, as a man, I don't know. I'm probably going to get into a whole bunch of stuff here.
That's why I clearly said eyebrows.
Well, but that's the thing, though.
I'm not talking about any.
But are you talking about eyebrows?
Yes, I'm talking about eyebrows.
So with the eyebrow thing, so like men usually say, okay, well, me as a man, I don't think personally a man should get his eyebrows done. I didn't say it. I didn't mean to say it wrong. I don't think a man should get his eyebrows done. But I will be honest with you. There's a lot of women that are out there that are actually like, man, he looks good with his eyebrows done. So I don't know. I mean, the women have.
So the answer to your question was no.
To my question?
Yeah. The answer that I asked you.
I've never have.
Okay. That's what
I never have, but I mean, I'm down. Let's do it tomorrow. I'm down.
Because there's some people that have
There's
some people that have caterpillars on top of their eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with grooming as far as like men. I know women it's more acceptable, but with men, like, waxing and keeping areas trimmed and cleaned up, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think that shows any kind of like feminism or anything. Not feminism. Femininity. Okay.
Excuse me? Say that again. Say that one more time. I want to hear that one more time. One more time.
I don't see them like feminine or anything. I think that's just being clean and
okay. So to all the people that are tuning in right now, men need to be groomed.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
Men need to be groomed, but just like back in time we were groomed by haircuts, taking showers, and all that stuff, but not doing our eyebrows. I mean, that's like,
so waxing is just a way of taking out hair. So men who
don't define it like that.
It's just a way.
Don't break it down like
just because it's wax doesn't mean it's
lipstick
feminine.
is just a thing a marker that you put on your lips. I mean,
that's what it is.
No, that you're defining it as a little base. Like, no,
that's all it is. So like men do that all the time. Like,
so mascara is like a permanent marker.
Yeah, I mean,
not permanent.
Well, not permanent. It's washable. It's like
yeah.
It's like those markers, the one when you were in school in elementary.
The right on the wall.
Yeah, you write on the wall and you just wipe it off. Same thing. You're just doing that to your face.
I think it's just like the means of how you get there, because some men, they like Ray said, they have caterpillars on their eyes, and so what they do is they just trim it, right? Like don't you trim like with maybe like clippers or something? That's just a way of getting rid of your hair. Waxing is another way of getting rid of your hair, in my opinion.
I mean, I understand that you're okay. So you know what? The women are responding to this. I want to know what the men are saying, because women, Mercedes is responding. You're responding. I want to know men's side of it. Mm-hmm. Should what you trimming? What you trimming? we're trimming the turkeys.
Anything
for Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. We're gonna trim a turkey.
Oh, you mean like turkey and the trimming?
And I would expect that person to ask that question.
Yeah. So I mean,
I think Crystal would agree. Like if we ask her, I think she would agree, because I know her type.
So if you actually have some input on this, guys, we'll like for you to call in right now. And I want to question you. I want to be honest. I want to be straight up and see what's the real deal here. Because
so, do you think that females like a Chewbacca kind of guy?
Some do,
or a well trimmed kind of guy.
There's different preferences, I think. But even if you're like a Chewbacca kind of guy, doesn't mean that you have to be like you can still be clean, shower and clean clothes, and I think, in my opinion.
Okay, y'all
Crystal
keep
what's
on
the question though? Okay, so we're debating, Crystal, like for men to wax their eyebrows versus just regular, either tweezing or just with clippers or whatnot. They feel like waxing is more feminine, right? That's basically what it comes down to.
Is it a feminine thing or both?
Or is it okay for men to wax eyebrows?
So no.
And other parts.
How about you just call the number right now? Call the number right now, right there. Call the number, and you just talk to us right now on it. We'll get this story straight
settled
here. And then we want some men calling though, because women are gonna be, well, you can do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, but I mean, at the end of the day, a woman's gonna be okay because another woman. Y'all women do that, but men don't do that. Men don't do that. That is something new that started. And
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so? Do you remember your okay, you know what? We'll just do this right now. Would you remember your brothers, your dad, your uncles, your grandfather, any of them ever waxing their eyebrows?
Not waxing, but they would do with the clippers, like, and then in their nose.
No. We clean it up. That's cleaning.
That's the same. Waxing is the same thing. It's just in a different way.
No bullcorn. They're shaping their eyebrows.
Well,
bullcorn. Where'd you come up with bullcorn?
I wanted to say something else, but
no. I guess I'm misunderstanding, because I'm talking about just waxing. Waxing doesn't necessarily mean shape. Wax just means getting rid of hair. That's what wax is.
So when they put the wax on, I've seen it. I've seen you get it done. They put the wax, they shape it up.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see right now.
Who it is?
Hold on here. Hold up. All right, who is this? Who's this?
This is Justin Maine.
Justin, talk to us, man. This is Justin from Texas Coffee Bar. What's up, Justin?
Mind you, his wife is a beautician, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you see, that kind of helps a little bit. That kind of explains a little bit. So the question is, when men get their eyebrows done, I understand cleaning it up, cutting it, doing the whole, being clean. That's great.
Right.
But shaping your eyebrows to look like, the whole little McDonald's thing
What
and
the
the
heck?
arch and the, so that's a difference. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm all for men grooming themselves to be clean. I think the older that we get, there's hair that just starts coming out of everywhere,
Right.
and people don't want to mess with that, right? Now, as far as shaping to a certain, I mean, I guess if that's going to make them feel confident about themselves, I'm not a big fan of that. I will, clean up. I don't wax my eyebrows, but my wife will take a tweezer and pull out some strays. But I do, and she cuts them. But I do wax my nose hairs and I wax my ear hairs just so it's cleaner, more professional looking.
Yeah, but that's okay though. That's exactly
right.
what
No, yeah, and I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Shaping them to look like McDonald's, I'm not a big fan of that.
Mickey D.
You see,
Well, now I'm hungry.
And the other day I actually went in there because Sonny has this VIP treatment in there. He has a I know you're aware with Sonny's thing. He has the whole treatment where he can do your nose, your ears, your eyebrows. He does do the whole VIP treatment. Cuts you, lines you up, does the shave, does the whole shampoo, and then he offers the wax thing. And one time I told him, I said, you know what, go ahead and do my ears, man. Put the wax thing on it. And he did my ears, and I swear, I don't know, I give props to women for being able to handle that. I thought my ears were about to get torn off. I kept on, every time he would touch it, I was all like, is it still there? And he's all like, no, don't worry about it. His face was like, like, oh my God, I think his ear just came off. And like, I was like, oh man, I think he just might have pulled my ear off.
He's like, will you hold this? I give you your ear.
Oh my, but yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I just feel that men, going back to what we're talking about there, like your parents, your uncles, your cousins and all that, back when you were growing up, do you remember them ever shaping them or anything like that?
No, not back then. My dad would never let anybody touch his eyebrows. Not even my mom would touch them to do anything. He would even take care of his mustache and his beard himself. But I think...
But barbers did that back then.
Right, barbers would do that. Mercedes is here next to me now. She's chiming in.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mercedes.
Hola.
What's going on, Mercedes?
But it's just like men can get manicures and pedicures
Right.
Now
too.
that's a
Exactly.
common thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's great.
Because back in the day, my grandpa would have said, "No, estás loco, toca mi
You
patas."
see, and that's the thing. Okay, so I adapted a little bit, guys. I don't want to put it out there, but yeah, I get pedicures, guys. I get pedicures.
So you're coming out.
I even stuck my foot into the water where the little fish are all eating my skin and all that. It felt weird, but yeah,
but
it
it's
was
okay
crazy.
to do that nowadays.
Well, it's okay because I'm going to use it to my advantage. Diabetes, I'm supposed to make sure my feet are good and everything. So
Yes.
I use that to my advantage. But a lot of people say that you should not be getting a pedicure, which I don't know. I mean, what do you think on that one, Justin?
I mean, I think I'm a big advocate in the military. You always wanted to take, because you're always on your feet. So yeah, I think pedicures are important, especially if they're stuffed in boots all day long, and you're sweating and stuff. So I'm a big advocate of it. I don't get it as often as I should, but I think it's important to take care of your feet. And that's something, again, I learned in the military. Always change out your socks for dry socks. Always keep your feet clean and dry.
I was always told to change out your socks just in case there was no toilet paper.
What?
But I don't know.
I think that's prison talk. That's a whole other. That's a whole other ball game.
My bad. I'm mixing them up. Sorry about that, guys.
No, but I think it's important for everybody, to be presentable, to keep themselves clean and,
Right.
and looking.
Not only for women, it's definitely for men.
I think men have, it helps them look professional. Sometimes jobs require it, so that you can look professional. But and I'm all for, if it makes you feel confident and it makes you love yourself that much better, go for it. It may not be for everybody. I won't ever wax my eyebrows, but My wife will pluck them with the tweezers, and I'm gonna be yelling and screaming as if I'm watching a Cowboy game.
Guys, he's right.
You see, and that's understandable. I mean, like whenever I go over there, like I said, when I go with Sonny over there, he does. And Sonny's one of those that are like down to the T. Like, if there's like one little strand of hair
That's
hanging out,
good.
he's like, "Can I cut that, please?" And I'm all like, "Cut what?" He's all like, "That one hair that's like sticking up right above your eye." I'm all like, "Cut it, man. Go ahead, cut it." But so I know. Actually, we'll do a little plug in for Texas Coffee Bar over there, man. I don't know if y'all got to try their sugar-free drinks out there. We go out there a lot, guys. So me, Ray, Sylvia, and actually Epi go because there is so much. The atmosphere is amazing.
Yeah.
But also the whole the sugar-free drinks that they keep in stock there is so amazing. Y'all have about how many flavors of sugar-free do y'all carry there?
22? No, right?
Somewhere, anywhere from 15 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you see,
during the holiday season. So right now we have like more of the holiday ones. So the pumpkins, toasted marshmallows, cinnamon, things like that. We have more of the sugar free.
You know what's crazy though? Because I used to hate. I would hate eating coconut or anything to do with coconut. And somebody accidentally put some coconut in my drink, and I was all like, "Hey, what is this?" And they're all like, "It's coconut." I'm all like, "Oh, that's gross." And then I'm all like, "No, it's not really gross. It's actually really good." So
Now he likes it.
So now I drink a lot of coconut. So like that's they do have sugar-free coconut. Of course, they have all the other flavors with sugar. I don't know like what all the difference are, but yeah. So that's one that we got there is a bunch of sugar frees, and you got hot, cold brew, and then somebody was talking about the pistachios.
Oh yeah, the dessert. The dessert.
The breads. Those breads there, they're just like so amazing. Yeah. So yeah, but we do appreciate y'all calling in, both of y'all calling in, guys, and
absolutely.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Actually, I do want to bring y'all in on the show one day, so we're gonna stay in contact to bring y'all in, and I'm really gonna pick at y'all's brain.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I can already see it.
Can't wait.
And I'm thinking we're gonna talk about aliens.
Do they wax? That's the question. Do aliens wax?
Hey, you know what? That's a good question. Any aliens out there that can respond to us right now, let us know about
Hey,
waxing.
well, have you ever seen a hairy alien?
Chewbacca.
No.
No, Chewbacca's not an alien though.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
He's a Wookiee.
Well, he's a rookie.
Well, we love the show, guys. You're doing great things. We're gonna keep on watching. We'll see you guys later.
All
Thanks
right,
for
thank
calling
you.
in.
All right, guys. So if we missed your call right now, call us right back. Call us right back and call in to us. We do want to talk with y'all. There is a lot of comments on there. Oh my God, there's a lot.
So you've never seen an alien with
hair.
long hair?
Maybe they do
eyebrows,
wax.
Or do they wax
or do they not grow hair?
or maybe they're dipped in a substance?
Oh, they're like the cats. They
The
have
hairless
like, the
cats.
hairless cats. I know that they look kind of weird and everything, but I think they're like so like they're
Interesting.
They're cute. They're kind of cute in a way. Like
If we had to have a cat, then I'd be down for the hairless cat because I don't like all the hair.
you know what? Maybe we should get a hairless cat. We'll get a hairless cat for the show, and he'll be like sitting right here beside me.
You'll be like, who is it, Dr. Evil? Mr. Evil?
$1 million. Yeah, but can you read some of these comments on there, Sylvia?
Yeah, so let me see.
Where are you going to start at? Because there's a lot.
I don't know if I'm seeing them all, but I know Mercedes had said, Justin said, I absolutely think men need to groom themselves. I don't need to do my eyebrows, but I wax my ears and wax my nose, which is what they said on the air. And then it says, where am I? Where I lost my place.
Then you got Crystal Rose.
Okay, Crystal Rose.
Some men can.
Oh, she said she had a question for you, so I think it might have been her
It
calling.
could have been her calling. Call back, Crystal.
And
Call
then
back.
Pastor Bill said, look as good as you can without being vain. Feel great about yourself, but stay humble. Blessings. Yeah, I agree.
I think he's talking about me. I'm trying to
I
look
completely
good.
agree. Like looking good and feeling good. It's all about yourself. Like you're not doing it for anybody else or for attention. Like it's how you feel, and you know what I mean. Like when you're out and about, it's
Well,
your own self-esteem.
I'm okay. So I'm not trying to like talk mess about anybody who
Yeah.
does it. But what I'm saying is it wasn't accepted at all. I don't think it was ever accepted
Yeah.
before. That's something new that is being done. Which
So do you think some guys get judged by if it even looks like maybe their eyebrows got done? Like, oh man, maybe he's how can I put this?
On the other team.
Yes.
well, I mean, see, that's the thing now though. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like that's what it was before. But now it has trended into guys.
So maybe like I'm gonna open a whole other can of worms, but maybe,
I love worms.
Maybe just maybe that is a mentality of like the older people, you know, the older generations that we're still kind of stuck on the machismo and like the whole, you know, men versus women, and they've got to be different. They've got, you know, and I think that the younger crowd is maybe more accepting. The younger people, the younger generation is just more accepting of just kind of if do what you want, and if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. Like it doesn't mean anything, you know.
Yeah, but okay. Now we done opened up another door.
I told you.
So when
Shout
we
out to Angela.
She said Angela. So who's gonna be the one to call? I know somebody was calling in here. Hey,
I think it was Crystal. Call back. Hurry up.
So who? Jay something.
Oh yeah, we have Jay. Wait, I just saw it.
Well, actually, guys, let's get to something real quick.
Oh, Ram.
Remember, guys, this was the Jazz Festival weekend. This past weekend was a Jazz Festival weekend. As soon as the Jazz Festival weekend was over, it started Monday, which was October 21st. October 21st is a very, very, very important day, guys. Very important day because that's the day you start voting, early voting. Get out there now. Start early voting. Remember, Eric Cantu, and that's something that we're going to drill in your head because honestly, if you haven't voted, you got to get out there and vote for him.
Do it.
But you got to get out there and vote for him. You know, a lot of people have came up to me and told me that I should run for something. I don't know I don't even want to run, period. The doctor told me to run on the treadmill, man, and I was like, no.
I've seen you run.
Yeah, I don't run.
You did run to the refrigerator, then you ran back to the couch, and after like 20 minutes, you ran to the restroom. Remember, you ran, bro.
No, that wasn't running. That was fast walking.
Okay.
No, but okay. So let's go back to what we're talking about there. I just wanted to do a little talk about that. Just a reminder,
yeah. For sure.
Also, so the big deal with what you're saying there, the whole point to what I was saying that it wasn't accepted a long time ago.
Yeah.
What switched it? What made the whole being accepted? Is it the kids younger these days? Because, you know, I actually talk with some of the kids, and the kids out there are like, you know, yeah, you're not supposed to do this and you're not supposed to do that. But whenever I'm actually talking with them, it's really weird because they actually have this open deal saying, yeah, you're not supposed to assume the gender. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. But, and this is across the board, I talk with a lot of teenage kids. I talk with a lot of, you know, middle adults, younger adults, you know, middle adults. And their conversation to me, and I'm listening to them, and they're actually judging it. They're like, you know, well, I don't know if that's a guy or a girl. You know, I went into one time to a McDonald's with, you know, four or five youngsters, and they're like, you know, they're making comments. So like, and then, you know, if an older person, which this is where it gets a little crazy. Mm-hmm. An older person as my age, which I'm not older. I just said older person. So don't even think about it. An older person says something about that person, makes a statement about that person. It is 100% wrong. Why? Why is that fair? Why is it that way? We seem to judge. They judge us like quickly on it, but they're actually the ones saying it as well. So like, you know, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You know, like just say for instance, I don't know. I don't know. Give me something. I mean,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's because we know a lot of young people because of our kids. So Scott was the type of parent, or is the type of parent.
Wow, was damn.
Talking past tense. Scott's the type of parent that you know, whatever friends our kids have, he would befriend them and just get to know them, get to know their parents, and you know, just talk to them. And he was really popular among the kids, and so I think that's why you're able to come to that conclusion. But I think that and I don't mean to put everybody in a group, but like the older people like us, and then people who are older than us, I feel like we still struggle with acceptance, you know, of different cultures and different people, different ideas, and so when we speak on it, it comes out harsher because we're judging, like straight up judging. When they speak on it, you know, they're actually accepting, and for them it could be a joke, but I think it's all about the intent. Like our intent is to really put them down and to, you know.
See, but that's the thing though. That's what I'm trying to explain.
And I
there.
say us, like, well, I feel like I'm not doing that, but I'm saying our generation, our age group, and older. That's what I'm saying.
See, but just say for instance, and this is being legit, guys, and I'm not calling out anybody.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Mel being.
You like it. You dislike everyone equally.
Yeah. There's no reason to like anybody.
Across the board.
You and you, I don't like y'all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You can't say, oh, he hates this kind of people. No, I just hate everybody the same, so it doesn't really matter. But what I'm trying to say is a female, mm-hmm. Just say, for instance, she's working at Walmart, and I come up to them and I say, excuse me, sir, can or excuse me, ma'am, can I do this? And she's assuming the other gender.
Yeah.
And I'm with a person of a younger age, and they're all like, wow, that was wrong for you to do that. I don't understand that. I mean, I seriously didn't like do it like, oh, I knew it was a male and I will go over there. Oh, you female? You know, why would I do that? I'm not doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
And they're like, why would you do that for? And I'm like, I think
the whole idea is that, like in that specific situation, the whole idea is to be aware that there are people out there who don't identify as men or women or women. And so just be aware of that. So when you do approach somebody, that you don't just jump to the conclusion and say, sir,
but that's
or
the way
ma'am.
we were brought up. Yes, ma'am. No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No,
Like-
sir. Now, if you get offended, that's on you because you don't identify how you were born.
Yeah. There's
know?
people on both ends. You know, there's people, it's the whole woke movement that's happening. And there's people that are fully aware of holding whoever is speaking, they're holding them responsible.
You know,
and then there's people on the other side, like the way you're saying.
If the other person gets offended, I'm straight up. Well, hey, dude, shit. I mean,
yeah,
you're a girl. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we're part of the older generation. That's what I'm saying. Like we're at the older generation, like our age group and older. It's harder for us to, to understand, and it's harder for us to accept that this is the reality.
You see, but that's the thing though. I accept it. I mean, I have a bunch of friends, straight, not straight. I'll be honest with you, some that like I even know that are not straight and they haven't came out, and I'm not going to judge them if they ever came out and say like, hey, did you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But the issue is like, meaning I'm not being hatred to anybody. Mm-hmm. Whenever I said, it's almost like this. Like, okay, for instance, this. I have 3 kids, and one is John, one is Paul, and one is Pepe. And I call Pepe John. That's okay to call the wrong person the wrong name. Mm-hmm. Okay, when you go up there and you say, excuse me, sir, and then they turn around and it's a female or revert or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't see that that's wrong. And I've been held at bay for it. They're like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? You know, no. And I'm like, hold on, you're not understanding. Like, it was an honest mistake. The person had long hair. They turned around and I say, well, most women have long hair. And then they turn around, it was a male.
I think it's all in the intent.
Did you hear what we're speaking of this now? Did you hear what happened at the Trade Center this weekend?
No, what happened?
Okay, let me see if I can get this right. A guy took his little girl and walked her to the restroom. When the little girl walked in the restroom, maybe a couple of seconds later, a female walks in, but it wasn't a female, it was a male.
Okay.
To use the same restroom.
A male dressed as a female?
When the kid came out, she said, Daddy, there was a man using the restroom. So when he approached them, she says, no, I'm really a girl. Well, she wasn't. But I think maybe when we do stuff like that, they get too comfortable because everybody calls them a girl, that they think they can do stuff like that. But
well, I mean, the deal with that, and that's where it gets a little bit more into the conversation, and like I said, and I mean no disrespect.
Not at all.
And if I do disrespect you, you can message me and say you disrespected me, and I will apologize, because that's not what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I'm literally trying to get to a discussion of understanding the younger crowd, understanding us, and us understanding them.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. Maybe it's a communication issue that maybe my daughter and my son don't understand what I'm saying, and I'm not understanding what they're saying, or their friends. For instance, if I was to go to, let's see, like the way you said right there, to the restroom right there,
right.
The male who is as a woman now enters into the restroom, it's gonna be very unbalanced. It's going to be very unbalanced on it. It kind of does go back to the whole point of, what
would you want your kid to see that?
Well, I guess like the question is, what did the kid see? I guess, did he see him like?
I guess the kid saw that it was a man. I mean, a male,
He saw him
but
pee?
it was a little girl.
No, he didn't see him pee. He just said that there's a male or a female.
Oh.
So in other words, going into that story, so it's a girl's restroom and a guy goes in there, uses the restroom. It goes back to, what did he go like and pee in front of them?
I'm assuming that the little girl saw this person peeing standing up.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand what I mean?
Well, see, but that's the thing though. They have stalls, so like that's kind of it goes back to,
Yeah, I think
the father freaking out.
How severe is it? Like if the child saw the person's genitalia, then yeah, that's not appropriate. But that's not appropriate regardless if it's male, female, trans, or that's just not appropriate across the board. Not just because it's a guy dressed like a girl. You know what I mean? So that's the question. Like, what?
It kind of
what
goes,
did they see?
It kind of goes back to me at the damn Longhorn game. I went into the damn wrong restroom, and there was that was bad. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, what you're saying there, what the parent, I mean, we can't change the parent's mind on it, and I can't change the kid's mind on what they felt, but I can say, were they trying in any way to disrespect or hurt anybody else? If they just went in there to use the restroom,
minding their business, doing their thing,
went into the restroom and it's a stall, went in there, closed the stall, used the restroom, came out of the stall, walked out, then I wouldn't see nothing wrong with it. But a female goes into the male's restroom and use a urinal in front of everybody, then that would be very inappropriate. That would be, I don't know how they would do it, but that would be crazy. But that's, I don't know. I mean, then again, keep in mind, you're talking about the Trade Center where the restroom is like probably one stall. So I don't know exactly.
I think it just depends on what happened. the intent of the person that.
Well, there's
went
some
in there.
places. There's some places that have male, female, and family restrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So the appropriate thing, I think, would be for that person to use the family restroom.
Okay, so let's change this real quick.
Okay.
It's a male. He's born a male,
Mm-hmm.
but he's dressed as a female. How do you feel with them going into the
Family
restroom?
restroom.
No. How do you feel with them going into the men's restroom?
It's the same thing. Like I wouldn't. I'd be like, dude, you're in the wrong place.
Okay, but where's he supposed to use the restroom?
And okay, if it's a male or female,
He's a male dressed as a female.
dressed.
You're dressed as a female in the men's restroom.
I mean, a guy's a guy. A girl's a girl.
I mean that's where it gets a little
Yeah,
tricky
that's the
because
confusion.
everybody is trying to put them in a category, and then like the way you're saying right there, put them to the.
You're saying the guy. Okay, the guy's dressed as a girl, right?
Mhm.
And walks in dressed as a girl, right? But still goes to the urinal and pulls out his ding-a-ding-ding.
Yeah.
And uses the restroom like a guy. What's the difference? I mean,
Well, but that's the thing, though. You see, you just said what's the difference, but a lot of people would be very disturbed and say, like,
but okay. So in that situation, it was a little girl, knowing that this was a man.
Yeah.
How? I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, it was on Facebook. It was on. It was on.
Yeah.
It was on Facebook. But that was the thing. Me as a father, I would have said, "Wait, dude, what's your problem? Like, you don't belong in there." You know,
Yeah.
especially with another little kid being in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I will say, like, not to like argue with you, Ray, but
no, I want y'all to argue.
as a parent,
why are we arguing?
As a parent, I'm gonna be protective no matter what.
Right.
I'm not gonna be protective just because it's a guy dressed like a girl or because it's a girl dressed like. I'm gonna be protective across the board, and so I feel like
You're thinking about your baby being in the restroom.
just period, like no matter like
with the grown ass man.
yeah.
You know?
You see,
And so, like, I mean, not to put my kids out there, but up to a certain age, I know you're extenuating because you're a single dad, but up to a certain age, the kids went with me to the restroom. Like I was there with them in the restroom, And I know for you, it's gonna be harder because you're a single dad, and Riri's a girl, but.
you see, and going back to the question at hand that you said was that they could use the family restroom if it's provided. The trade center ain't got
If it's provided,
the
right,
trade center
yeah.
ain't got no family restroom. So I mean, it really falls back to like just how comfortable. I mean, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, to be like fairly honest and be legit with it.
Yeah.
When I go into the men's restroom, I don't see any men's privates.
Yeah.
Like you walk in there, they're
You're not
using
there
a
for
urinal.
that.
Well, no, you're using the urinal, you're using the toilet. No guy's in there like showing his privates to everybody. Like if you're in the football gym, you're coming out of the shower. Yes, you're going to be showing your privates in there. Now in the restroom, I mean, to be honest with you, if a woman is coming out of the restroom, she's going to be fully closed up. I mean, she's going to have her clothes on. I'm guessing y'all don't come out of the restroom just like us men. Whenever I go
to air dry.
I mean, like I don't see why it would be that way. I mean,
Yeah.
if I go into a stall, I'm going to come out dressed. I'm fix my shirt, fix my, walk out the door. So at this point, you're not going to see nothing, and I'm not going to go out there to show any guy anything. So I don't. Maybe there's really not a difference on it. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I agree, and I think that just because it's a guy dressed like a girl or a girl dressed like a guy, it doesn't make them more dangerous than the next person. Like I said, I'm leery about everybody in general, not just specifically one group because of that. In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I do understand your opinion on it. Having a daughter.
Yeah, I can see how it would be complicated for you because for me, I could just take the kids into the women's restroom, but for you,
Right. Well,
it'd be different.
even as an adult, if you saw Judy walking in the restroom, but then a minute, 30 seconds later, you saw a guy dressed as a girl walk in the same restroom, what would your reaction be?
I wouldn't be afraid of it.
Why?
If I'm afraid, it's because they've posed some kind of threat, but I'm not afraid just because it's a guy dressed like a girl. Like I'm not. I think to me like that's a person. Like it's just another ordinary person, in my opinion.
And on me, I would probably I would probably be. I mean, nowadays,
I'd be in jail, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Really?
I'd be in jail.
and personally on me, like I said, I know of a lot. I mean, I had a really good friend of mine who was gay, and he would dress up as a girl. And when he would dress up as a girl, where would he be able to use the restroom at?
I would be the guy to grab him by the shirt and say, "Oh, suck. Wait until my daughter gets out."
I mean,
If it's gonna cause a problem, let's do it now. You know, it's just that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's,
I'm not judging you,
Uh-huh.
but if you're gonna go, my daughter's in there. You go after she comes out. Simple.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a single stall? I mean, is it a full restroom?
I don't care if it had 30 stalls, but you're gonna go in when my daughter comes out.
I mean, and that's the whole situation that's at hand, and that's why I say it, because the communication between us at our age and the youngsters at their age, we need to figure out some kind of acceptance with it.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how to communicate back with them.
I think it just comes down, like, for us, it's the fear of the unknown, you know, like, so like the way you said, you know, I had a best friend who was in that community, and I could see how if you don't know someone in that community, or you're not familiar with someone, you don't have a friend or you yourself or a family member, I could see how that unknown is scary, and you're like, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think of that person. But the truth is, like, they're just people, just like the rest of us.
No, I understand,
You know?
and I have family, you know, family members that
In the community.
yes,
Yeah.
but
And-
still, if no matter today, tomorrow,
Yeah.
the day after, it's always going to be that way. If my daughter goes in and I see somebody who's maybe male going into the female restroom, no, sucker, you're more than welcome, but my daughter's in there.
Yeah.
Wait till she gets out.
And at the end of the day, like, you know, I respect you as a father. You're an amazing father. I've seen you in action, and I respect you as a father for sure. And, you know, you're going to do what you got to do to protect your daughter, you know, and I respect that 100%. But like I said,
I mean, everybody's
I'm not
gonna have their own ways.
right. Everyone has their own opinion.
Everybody has their own ways on it.
Yeah, for sure.
And like your opinion and what you decide, Sylvia, what you decide, Ray, as a choice. I mean, that's literally your opinion on it. And that's just kind of what I was trying to get at. Like, the whole point to just say, for instance, like Julie, Junior, you know, I communicate with them and I'm like, so, you know, how was this and how was that? And they'll tell me like, Dad, you can't say that. And I'm like,
Right.
I didn't say nothing wrong. And they're like, yes, you can't say this, this, and this, and this. And I'm like, but I didn't say nothing wrong. And they're like, okay, reword it a different way. So that they have been ones, and Sylvia have been ones to help me, I guess, fix or give me more knowledge
Yeah.
on how
I
to.
don't think it's just I think it's like just becoming aware of, because we're raised a certain way, and we're like, I feel like we get stuck in that way. Like our parents teach us certain things, and we just go with it. We don't question it. We just think it's okay, and we get stuck on it. And then when it comes time to interact with other people, it's offensive, you know, because it's like today, for example, I'm not going to put the whole story out there, but Scott was talking to a client of his. It was a Hispanic guy. He was talking to a client of his, and they were talking about, I think the client called in for some service that Scott works on. And then the guy just blatantly just like said a racial remark, like just totally racist, you know? And it's like, and he was on speaker, so me and Scott both heard him and Scott turned around and gave me this big old face, like, oh, like, you know, and it's offensive. Like, even, you know, it even if he wasn't talking about me, I got offended. I was like, wow, that's
so just because I mean, I understand the whole respect thing.
Yeah.
But I just sometimes feel like I shouldn't have a filter because you want to live a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You know, I don't feel that I can't say the word gay.
Yeah.
I feel I can't say the word fag. You know, that's my right.
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want. Now, the respect of it is totally different.
Right. I think that's
respect you
that's
and
what
I respect
sets the
you,
boundary.
and you can live your life the way you want to. And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna be friends with that guy because he's gay."
Yeah.
Or feel that I can't say the word gay because you're gonna get offended. You're gonna get offended. I don't mean nothing by it. I'm not judging anyone. But I don't feel that I have to have a filter because you want to live a certain lifestyle.
Yeah. And that's understand. There's
I
a
mean,
lot of people who are in that group that you're talking about who they feel the same way. They're like, why do I have to watch what I say and how I say it? And
But
you know,
I'm
and
not
to
gonna I'm not gonna disrespect the other person like that because we've had mutual friends that are
yeah.
and you didn't see me walking around saying, "Oh, you're gay or you fag," or that's not me. I have more respect than that. But it's okay. It's like I have a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, and we're in both in the dialysis section. But we've known each other for so long that he's a black guy, and I'm Mexican, and we have the relationship to where I can say, "What's up, nigga?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "What's up, Beaner?" But we're cool like that. There's no disrespect. We respect each other. I don't say it to offend him. He doesn't say that to offend me. But that's just the way we get along. But I'm not gonna call anybody off the street. What's up, nigga? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a respect thing all the way around.
Yeah.
I think it just goes back to you say this word a lot. What is it called? Whenever you're supposed to know it, your morals, or what is it?
I don't know.
You always say, like, whenever you do something because it's what the courtesy and the respect to everybody else. Like when you chew your food, you close your mouth.
Manners?
No, you said something. You said something else that it is.
Yeah. It's,
I mean,
it's out of respect for the other person.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like the way you said that, you don't go around. I mean, you don't, like you, Ray Ray. The way you said, you don't want to be filtered, and you don't want to say certain. I mean, because they want to be this person, you don't want to hold back from saying a word. But when in reality, it is a disrespectful word.
Right.
The word, like saying gay, is not an actual. It's almost like saying that Mexican or that.
I don't think gay is disrespectful. I think other words that
I think it's all common sense.
gay.
It's all common sense, bro. I mean, it's just like the whole black Mexican thing. I'm not gonna just go around calling anybody, but I know me and him have that respect. Now, the whole gay thing, fag thing. I'm not gonna go to Walmart and be calling everybody, "Hey, dude, you're gay," or "You're gay," or "You." No, dude, you don't do that. That's just that's very disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a really touchy subject just because there's people on both ends of the spectrum, and so it's hard. It's touchy. I just think that it's like, I don't know.
I think that everybody should just be free. To be free, do whatever you're gonna do. And I personally don't. Whenever I am talking with you, or if I ever, like I'm out there, I don't really care who you're sleeping with. I don't care who you're holding hands with. I really don't care. Period. Per se, I really don't care. It's like I said just a while ago. I don't like them. I don't like you, and I don't like anybody else.
Dislike everyone.
Yeah, I just don't like
Crystal
you.
said, "Oh man." Okay, Crystal said, "I don't think the word gay is disrespectful," which I agree. The F word is. Yeah, the F word is disrespectful.
food.
No, I love food. No, yeah, the F word is disrespectful, and I think the N word is disrespectful.
Hey, so
just because of
Crystal's got a lot to say. How come she just don't call? Just saying,
yeah.
And then you want to read locals?
Um,
There, he has a one that just popped up right now.
it's not populating on mine.
A big shout out to all the people that are tuned in right now.
Thank you for being here. With us.
Crystal will be starting her own podcast tomorrow.
What?
Crystal used to be part of the Atomic Talk Show, and she started her own podcast tomorrow.
It's like the
And
Jefferson.
she will
She's
be
moving on up.
she'll be from 8:00 tomorrow, starting off at 8:00 tomorrow, and then so y'all tune into her show there. Big shout out to Eric Ramirez, Amelia, Roxanne Pena. Man, there's a whole bunch of people that are on there right now. Big shout out to y'all guys. If you have any input or anything like that, call us and tell us what you think.
I'm not seeing the local.
Locals in there.
I see it. It's on mine. Okay, so Chewy Loco. These days, it's kind of hard to tell if a person is male or female because there is some. There is some, and me as a guy with long hair goes to the men's restroom, and some people are asking me, "What am I doing there?" They apologize because they were confused. So it is hard.
Yeah.
And then he said the only problem with that, if any of your buddies see you with a gay guy, they want to automatically say I changed my ways only because I'm being nice to someone that's gay, but I don't criticize anyone that is twisted in that form, I mean, I think
you got some terrible friends over there actually thinking.
I mean, that's number one. And then number two, like, who gives a shit what anybody else thinks? You live your life, and if you have friends who are however they are, as long as they're not hurting anybody, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
in my opinion.
To be honest with you, man, I had a a really good friend. Like I said, he was my friend, Sylvia's friend. Like he was
family.
He was pretty much almost like a brother to me. And, we would go places and, he was one of my personal assistants. And we would go places and, he would walk in there and, of course, like he'll open the door or whatever. And people would come up to me and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were gay." I said, "I'm not gay. Why would you say that?" "Oh, because you're with him." And I'm all like, "What the hell does that matter that I'm with him?" They're all like, "Well, I said, man, you know who my wife is. Like, why are you even?"
Y'all got a weird triangle going on.
Yeah. And what was more crazy was like, why would you even question that? Could you imagine going up to somebody and they're with some guy walking up and say, "Hey, are you banging him?"
Yeah.
Or is he banging you? Like what's up with that? Like, the dude was my assistant. He was my friend. He's a good person. There is friends. There's people that have friends. There's people that,
and then even on top of that, like, what you do with your personal time, that's your business. What business is it of anybody else's?
What do you mean my personal time?
We're going back to the whole P. Diddy thing.
Who cares? Who cares what you do? Like, I don't know. I don't understand, like, why people are just so adamant about, like, oh, look at that person. Like, oh my God. Like, they must be da 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 because they're different. Like, dude, they're just
get
people.
over it. There's nothing different about anybody. Yeah. What's different is what you're thinking in your damn head.
Yeah.
Get it out of your head, because when you accept that everybody's exactly the same and all we're gonna do is die.
Exactly.
All we're gonna do is die. Then you'll accept, oh yeah, everybody could do whatever the hell they want.
And it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the comedian Bill Burr, but he's like,
hold on, we got a call coming in.
Go for it.
Let's see here.
Vamos a ver. Inquiring minds.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Hello, this is Carmen.
Oh.
Just kidding. It's me, Crystal. Okay, you all made me freaking call. Y'all just getting juicy.
Okay.
Well, this is the 1-800
y'all got back.
How y'all doing today?
Right. How for
Crystal,
Well, it's so easy to swipe your credit card.
Are you really female, Crystal?
What's going on, Crystal? What you got for us?
Okay, going back to that whole restroom thing.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I don't know. Y'all didn't see my comment, but it said I was saying I think they
the ones that are like, I guess the word is trans, the ones that are dressed like females, they are more. I don't think they go into the men's restroom because I think it's more dangerous for them to go into there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
because I think
into the men's restroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you know how men are. You know, they probably feel like they get beat up, or you have those ones that are just so against that they'll like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if they're going to go into the females' restroom, that's fine, but also they have to keep in mind, keep that respect that there's kids,
right.
and there's also like people that are not too comfortable with that. So just as long as they go into a stall, do their thing, wash their hands, leave, and that's fine, you know.
But my thing is, like, that goes for everybody, not just trans people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a woman goes in there, like, you got to respect me too. If you're a woman, if you're trans, if you're a man, you got to respect me all across the board. You know what I mean? That's my thing. You know. It
shouldn't be emphasized because you're a male dressed as a female or a female dressed up as a male.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It should be all the way across the board. When you walk into the restroom, it's called respect. Do not,
regardless of who you are.
Do not.
That's what I'm saying. As long as they keep the respect and don't make it like an obvious thing or a big old thing. Like, how did that kid even notice? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why did that even come out? Like, what did they do different that they knew that wasn't
right? But you don't think that one day that'll get out of hand and they'll just do away with the male-female restrooms?
What? I mean, that's okay.
Well, I think maybe one day we will have one that is just for that. I don't know.
I mean,
you know,
I don't see nothing wrong with it being. If a female can understand that I'm not going in there to try hollering at her, I'm going in there to use the restroom.
Right.
And then of a female, you see, the reason why I think it would never happen, because females think us males are like filthy animals. And and I've been into the clubs and I've seen females' restrooms compared to males' restrooms. Y'all are disgusting.
Yeah, but only after we're
drunk. Y'all are disgusting.
Only after the alcohol. Before the alcohol, we're nice.
After the alcohol.
Yeah, but
and like
us males have the restroom all looking nice and everything, but y'all would never accept male and female restrooms because y'all think us males are disgusting and we go to Jupiter and stuff. And
me working at like at the bars and stuff, seeing like the men's restroom compared to the girls' restroom, cleaning them, like my gosh, why is the men's restroom so like? That's how, I don't know.
Because they don't know how to aim. That's why they just
it just smells like
yeah.
And back to that other thing where you said like you're at Walmart or something and you go up to somebody, you know, they could be trans or whatever, and they're trying to be like a female, right? And you say, "Ma'am," well, there's nothing wrong with that because that's what they're trying to be.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing though. Like, okay, so say
that's what they want you to say.
But that's the thing though. So like, okay, so like. This one time, okay, so this happened one time. I'm at a place and I know that the female is a male. Well, I mean, I know that the female is male portraying as a male. She's
it's different if you know.
Well, you see, but that's the thing though. No, she's portraying as a male. Okay, so in other words, you see a girl, your friend Amanda is dressed up as a guy.
That is.
You see a girl dressed up as a guy, but you know that she's normally a girl, but she's dressed up as a guy. What do you say? What do you call him?
Well, if you know her, yeah. I mean,
what do you call him?
Hey, bitch.
You see, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Like out of respect.
But I feel like they shouldn't take it offensive if you're like, it's like the other day, like prime example. I was somewhere at this like a party, and there was a girl there that was dressed as a guy, but she looked just like a dude. And I was like, I did say, I think I said something like bro or something, and then I was like, wait a minute. I didn't snap. I was like, wait, is that a girl? And I was like, I'm sorry. And they're like, no, it's okay. Like, they laugh. But it's like, that's what you're trying to be anyway. That's what you're trying to be a bro. Like, you're trying to be a guy, so it shouldn't offend that person.
But would she have been offended if you would have said, hey, girl?
Oh.
Like
knowing she's a really...
Because I know Amanda as a girl, right?
Yeah.
She's normally a girl. I went to school with her. She's a girl. And then I run into her. Now she's,
trying to be a guy.
Yeah, she's
and you're
dressing
still
up
seeing
as
her
a
as
male.
girl.
And I
Oh,
say,
you're going the other way around. Okay.
hey, hey, man.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because that's happened to me. I was like, I don't know how to approach them. Like,
and I don't mean no disrespect.
Mama, or,
and I don't mean no disrespect. And I didn't know the person's like name and everything.
So that's what I mean. Why should you have to have a filter? Like,
because it's respect.
Yeah, I know.
It's like me.
Yeah, but if you didn't know, if you know, it's different.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I mean.
But he's saying if you do know, you did know. Like, that's kind of hard.
But that's the thing, though. Like, out of
you don't know if they're going to get offended or not.
It's actually not due to whatever it is. What I see, and that's what I'm trying to work on. That's exactly what I'm trying to work on here with myself. Is maybe the approach would have been, what is your name?
Yeah. And how do you identify?
Or hey,
not even that. Just maybe what is your name?
Homie.
Actually call
hey, homie.
by their name.
Yeah. Because it's a thing now. Like when you approach someone who's, I guess, questionable in your mind, you would say, "What's your name and what are your pronouns?" And then they'll tell you, "I'm him, I'm her, I'm they, I'm them."
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have the choice to respect that.
So with what you just said,
sometimes even asking is kind of hard. Like I feel, are they going to get?
You feel uncomfortable
by asking? Yeah.
It's kind of
I
guess it's like a lose-lose because it's like if you get offended because I ask you, but then you get offended because I assume.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I see that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then where do you want me? What do you want me to do? But whatever, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Like, but I do draw the line. I don't know if draw the line is the right word, but where I do have a problem with that, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Is in sports. Because now like I've heard of, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of where like in the UFC, it's a female match and a man who identifies as a female comes in and fights the female and beats the crap out of her. Okay, that I don't agree with. You know what I mean?
Because you're not going to have the same power as a male.
Right, exactly. So then that's
totally different.
That subject for me is like, okay, wait a minute. Let's set some boundaries here. You know what I mean? Like that's, I'm down to respect and all of that, but we need to establish some lines here. Like what's going on?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Can you read what?
And about earlier. Okay, go ahead, Scott.
No, go ahead.
Epi said I'm almost there.
Okay, about earlier, remember I said I had a question?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about the eyebrows and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, the reason I didn't like say anything after is because they did say it. It's like, I have a question for Scott. Scott goes and gets pedicures.
Oh yeah. And then he came out and said
it's the same thing.
It's not the same.
But see,
thing.
okay, so with Crystal,
you're still doing the
what? Tell me what you're about to say.
No,
the grooming. I didn't know the words. It's the word grooming, right? Like you're still doing the self-care.
You're doing what a female does. The
that
feminism.
too.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. She just literally put it as doing eyebrows is a feminine thing. You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all are admitting to it.
Here's the deal.
I see it's a feminine thing, but if you're comfortable enough, like to me, this is why I think, you know how there's guys that are like homophobic or like they just talk so much shit about them. I think they low key are insecure that they are feeling some type of way because they probably be low key the same way.
Yeah.
Like why does it bother you so much that they're not hitting on you? You know what I mean?
I think they're just like so stuck in their mind because it's like waxing is just waxing. It's kind of like washing dishes, cooking, cleaning the house. Everybody's like, okay, that's female. That's doing daily living chores that you need.
I have something to say about that. My female don't do that.
Exactly. I don't do that stuff.
So it's a male. It's a male thing.
So it's a male thing around.
So do you think it's bad for guys to wear eyeliner?
If they want to wear eyeliner.
Okay, like Joe. Okay, so like there's a drummer.
I knew you were gonna say him.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, but no, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
No, it's just the way he portrays himself. He doesn't come off as.
Yes, I've known a lot of guys that wear eyeliner. There's rock and rollers that wear eyeliner all the time and black fingernail polish, and that doesn't mean they're down that side of the fence.
And if it meant it, that's okay. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like just let them be who they are. Let them do what they want. As long as they're not hurting anybody and then hurting themselves second, Just let.
They're hurting
And they're
their
not bothering
eyes.
you. They're not doing anything
Yeah.
to you to disrespect you.
They're hurting their eyes.
Eyeliner doesn't hurt.
They're allergic.
I'll
It's
put
not
some on.
animal
I'll put some
tested.
on you tonight. You'll see.
Hey, so Crystal, can you tell our listeners what your podcast is going to be about and when it's going to be airing? And
It's gonna be Tuesday tomorrow at 8.
Ooh.
Not
our
7:59,
Central Time.
not 8:05.
No. I'm gonna
8:01.
plan to be there ahead of time so we can, sit
So how
down
can you
and
come
get it
early to
ready.
your own podcast, but yet you would show up late to
Hi.
ours?
Hey. We got too many people watching.
what is it going to be? What is it going to?
What is it about? Or
Yeah.
what?
I am still waiting to confirm with the special guest, and of course, with that person, we're going to talk about what they're doing as a. I guess I'm trying to get the one that I'm focusing on right now is an artist, in
Okay.
the music and stuff. And,
So kind of like an interview type of thing.
Yeah, like an interview,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
I want to do, since it's the Halloween season, I want to do tales or stuff that's like not La Llorona to be exactly, but stories like that.
Oh,
and,
okay.
the opinions.
Cool.
Also, the special guests will have their opinion, and
And you're
we're
going
gonna do
to be
some Halloween stuff.
you're going to be
That's cool.
co-hosting, right? Do you have somebody that'll be co-hosting with you?
Valerie Peña, she goes by V.
Cool.
She's on the flyer. I posted the flyer. Once I get the confirmation on the special guest, I'll be adding it to that. So
Hey, well, good luck to you guys. Good luck to you
So
guys, man.
excited for you.
We'll
Crystal.
we'll be tuned in
y'all better
watching.
tune in too.
Yeah, we will. We will.
But already, Crystal, we'll let you go here. I know you probably got to get back to what you got to do there. Keep on watching, though.
For sure.
We'll see
Love
you
y'all.
later.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. Love you too.
Peace.
All right. So, I kind of thought about something there whenever you talked about that eyeliner. It's kind of crazy because, eyeliner would probably be a judgmental thing.
Mhm.
But what about all the makeup that the football players wear around their eyes,
Yeah.
that they put around their face there to.
I heard that's for like the
The
sun
glare?
or
The
something.
glare,
Yeah,
right?
the glare
The
or
glare.
something
Mhm.
or the sun.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. I
It's
don't know.
supposed to soak up the glare so it doesn't reach the
Yeah.
eye.
Hold on real
I
quick.
don't
We
see
got
how,
another call, but
but-
y'all talk real quick.
Yeah, it's supposed to soak up the glare
Yeah.
from like even the lights, the football stadium lights.
And I've seen it under the eyes, like kind of
Yeah.
on the cheek.
Uh-huh.
That's what I've seen. I don't know.
I think what they do is try to put it around the eye so the light doesn't go in the eye.
You know
Because
what?
the
One of these
skin
days,
reflects.
I'm gonna try that. When it's a sunny day, I'm gonna just put a black thing on me, go outside, and see if there's a difference. Because I don't see how that would help, honestly. Like under your eye, you know what I mean?
Maybe like in the football stadium, just different. Like right here, like where the lights pointing
Where
at
it's
us.
like directly into your eye.
Yeah.
I'm down to try it.
Nice.
Try it with me, Ray Ray.
I'm gonna walk outside and say Sylvia's trying her experiment, and I'm gonna film it.
All right, guys. We
How do
got
you go,
somebody on.
Bato?
We got somebody on the line. Let's go to the line real quick,
Okay,
guys.
let's
Let's
do
see. Hello. You on there?
Yeah, hey, what's up, Scott, man? What's up, y'all, man? Hey, I had a comment about that thing about like all that cross dressing and stuff like that when it comes to like the
Turn down the
females and stuff,
Turn down the volume.
Can you turn down your volume in the back?
Okay,
There we go.
Yeah,
That's
there
better.
you
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
better, better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
cool,
Go
cool.
For it. Go for it.
My bad. Because I guess I got your live on my other phone and stuff, on my other profile, but it's shut down now, so I made it my other profile
Gotcha.
here.
Oh, okay, no
But
problem.
yeah, man. I mean, I have a comment here, like about all that cross dressing and stuff like that, because like nowadays, I mean, like you know, like there's a lot of things that are changing. This time. I mean, there's a lot of females these days that are like they cut their hair short. And they want to feel like a guy or something because they're not really comfortable as being a female, like on the way they are and stuff. So like these days, it is kind of hard sometimes to actually know, if they're a male or a female, right? So, it's like sometimes, like they go to like the restroom or something like that, and somebody will be like, hey, I think you might be going to the wrong restroom here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And it's like when it comes to them, like to where somebody could probably hate on them and all, and start bringing problems and everything, and so want to beat them up, and then they'll be like, okay, if you want to be a guy, well then they could probably take the beating like a guy, and then
something could probably start going on wrong.
Yeah,
Something like that. But like as for me, as a guy with long hair and stuff, man, it was crazy how like there was a time that I go to the restroom and automatically there was a guy that told me, "Hey, I think you're in the wrong restroom here."
Yeah.
And and I was like, "Sir, I'm a guy." Like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then they start apologizing.
Yeah.
They start apologizing. And they're like, "Hey, I do apologize, man. I'm so sorry, man. You got long hair and stuff like that. You got earrings and everything." I'm like, okay.
You see, my big issue with that, Jesse. My big issue is that what is he like the bathroom patrol or something? What is he questioning you for? Why is it even his business what restroom you're in?
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be in there just to use the damn restroom? Use the restroom, get out. Is he trying to look for a date inside there? Why is he looking around?
Yeah.
What is he looking around for? Like, I mean, go in there, use the restroom, get out. It's a different story if you're inside of a club and hey, this is all males club or something or male, but no, you're in the restroom. Like, I'm not looking around inside the restroom. Hey, oh, that's a girl beside me. No,
just go in there.
I'm in the restroom. Yeah. Get in there, use the restroom, get out. Yeah. So yeah, I know exactly what you're saying there, man. Personally, man, I mean, I just feel maybe, with a male going into a female restroom and he's dressed up as a female, if he's not trying to be disrespectful and trying to, go in there to be pervertic or something, then it's cool. Now, a female going into a male restroom, if she's not trying to be pervertic and going inside there, then just do what you got to do. Go to the restroom, get out. That's my personal opinion on it. But everybody has different opinions, and nobody's wrong. Just don't do no hate. Just keep on being who you are. Just don't do no hate. That just
don't hurt.
I mean, that's the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. I mean, there's a lot of people that are always criticizing different people that are dressed in different ways or stuff like that, and automatically, the one thing wrong about you, they want to start, talking all this crap about you and stuff. Like you don't belong with people. What's wrong with you? And then they start making fun of you and stuff. In some form, it's like, come on, man, just like if you know what I am and stuff. Fucking you just mind your own business and just let me be me. I mean, I'm not saying you anything wrong.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
You're 100% correct, man. And I really do appreciate you, man, always tuning in, man, and commenting and, we really do appreciate you, man. And, I'm kind of glad you called in and, we got to talk
brother,
with you.
Man. Oh, yeah. Man, hey, I got this other comment on when it comes to like other, like the racism and stuff, like when it comes to like the black guys and all. It's like there's some people, there's some black guys that say, "Oh, well, this guy, he just called me a nigger," right? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, like, why is it that they say, okay, maybe because you didn't say nigga, then everything would have been respected, and I wouldn't say anything wrong with it. I mean, it's like. I would say, like, isn't it the same thing as, as a racism term? But I guess they don't see it that way. So, like, for them, they don't see it wrong if they say it with an A than with an ER. Mm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean on there, man. But so it's like this. It's like they don't want if you are Mexican and you don't want them to be calling you, Mexican, or I mean, you don't want them to call you wetback, or you don't want you to be called beaner or anything like that.
Beaner,
it's called, it's just out of respect. If the person was offended whenever you said it like that, you can actually, step back and say, hey, I did not mean it in any disrespect. I have no disrespect against you. I think it's the point of keeping it going, saying, well, that's not what I meant, and that's, kind of fighting back with it. That I think that's where you go disrespecting, and that's where we need to correct, and that's where I'm trying to get to
yeah,
we're not
man.
communicating with it. But I
Yeah.
do appreciate you calling in, man. And we're going to continue our show here, man. And,
You got it, brother.
stay
You
always
got
tuned
it, man.
in, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So we're back and back and back and back and back.
Back to the whole situation, bro. I almost got in really a lot of trouble one time. There was a fight at this club I was working at, and I got up to DJ booth because I used to like to always be in the middle of fights.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay, well, I saw this guy throwing beer bottles. What I thought was a guy, dressed as a guy. I put him in a bear hug, and I said, "Don't you grab another bottle." Well, this person grabs another bottle to the bottom and chunks it like that. So I had a flashlight in my hand, and I hit this person on top of the eye with a flashlight. Well, that's where I could have got in trouble. Okay, so I grabbed this person, and I throw it out the back door, right? And then all I heard was, "But I'm a girl." And I said, "Well, freaking dress like one." I felt bad after because it really was a girl.
Yeah.
But I thought I saw a guy. And she was fighting like a guy. She was throwing bottles like a guy. So she got her ass beat like a guy.
Yeah.
That just like Jesse was saying. If you're gonna dress the part, be a part of it, you know?
Well, you see, and what he actually said was that just be careful whenever they go in there, because guys are going to actually see them as another guy and be disrespectful and say, "Well, you could take a beating like a guy." That's what he said on there.
That was his comment.
Yeah,
But you know, in that, I think, Ray, in that aspect, you know what? Like, I'll just call it what it is. Like, I go to the bars all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in bars since I was young, and the bar life, the drinking life, the alcohol life. I mean, you if you're gonna be there, you got to know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guy, girl, or whatever you identify as, you got to know what's up. And if you're causing trouble, trouble's gonna come. You know, if I'm in there, even if I'm fully dressed as a girl and I'm there and I'm acting like a fool and I'm bucking up to a dude, that dude's gonna hit me.
I probably would have got arrested that night, but I know the layout of the club, so I went out another back door.
Yeah, I mean, I think in that scenario, I mean, she or he was responsible for himself. Like, you know, you act a fool up there, you're gonna get taken care of. You know, it's just how it is, and that's how club life goes, and you got to be ready. So, I mean, I think there's some exceptions. I don't think you were in the wrong there, to be honest with you.
Do y'all think that we should have Epi do a call in right now? Do you think we should get Epi to give us one of his crazy
Epi, call in.
His situations.
Yeah, Epi, call in. I know you're listening right now.
He wants to be sitting here next to us.
Yeah, he
really. He's trying really
so
hard to be here, guys.
I got some good news for y'all guys.
He's trying really hard to be here, guys.
I got some.
50%
There he is. He's calling already. Hold on. Let's see. Is this the new Ford owner?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Loud and clear.
Are you the new Ford owner?
Yes, I just purchased a Ford.
Congratulations.
Great news.
Yeah,
man.
so
I can hear the crowds going all crazy already, man. That's such good news, man.
I had an accident, right? And I totaled my Dodge. So you've been telling me for the longest time.
So that was your excuse. That was your excuse to switch to our show.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna try it out. Let me see. So I had to come to Houston. And do a little job over here. And I was rushing, trying to get to the podcast, but for some reason I'm late.
Yeah, you're.
So I don't know if it's like, if I was in my Dodge, I probably would have made it on time.
Hey, Epi, hold on.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, Epi. On the count of 3, happy birthday, Epi. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Epi. That's you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, man. Y'all remembered.
Yeah.
And then,
early voting started yesterday, so
He's
I
like,
knew.
early voting started yesterday.
Yeah. So how's the road going over there for you, man? Everything's going good?
yeah, pretty good. When I was coming out of Houston, the traffic was bad, like really bad. But once I got out, it was smooth.
Cool. Yeah, we just wanted to get you to call in just so the audience can know that we didn't like trap you like in a closet or anything like that because the crazy stuff that you do. So we just wanted everybody to know that you're still making your crazy stories up and you're still on your way in back to town.
We do
back
feel
for
a
next
little
Tuesday.
lopsided because you're not here. Like it's not even. So
Silvia
like
keeps scooting over.
Yeah,
scooting
like
over
a table
and
that's
there's nobody
wobbly.
Yeah. So, no, we just wanted you to call in real quick so the audience can hear you and make sure that we didn't.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I was gonna tell y'all if y'all could delay it a little bit, but y'all didn't wait for me.
We don't delay our fans. We don't delay our.
So how would Epi
viewing.
feel? How would Epi feel? Okay, Epi. So if you're in, say you put you in a situation where you walk, you're taking your daughter to the restroom, and your daughter walks
My dog?
in. Your daughter,
my daughter.
Fool, your daughter.
Here we go.
Your daughter, and then maybe like 30 seconds later,
And he starts already.
and then 30 seconds later, maybe it's a guy but is dressed as a girl, walks in the same restroom.
Okay, well, to begin with, I wouldn't take my daughter to the restroom. But if it was that situation, I would see. Okay, were we in a like a neutral restroom or a men's restroom?
No, there's men and there's ladies' restrooms in this place.
Okay, so which restroom would I be in?
You're taking your daughter to use her restroom.
Navigation is not available.
Okay, but
and
am
your
I
daughter
taking it to the men's restroom or to the women's restroom?
Well, you don't take your daughter to the guy's restroom, do you?
Well, I've never taken my daughter to the restroom, but
no, but you walk her to the restroom, right? You
okay, so
you're waiting outside.
yeah, I see what you mean. Like I take her and I'm waiting at the door.
Yes, but yet after she walks in, you see a guy dressed as a girl walk in her restroom.
I probably would stop him,
right,
and tell him, hey, like, well, at least wait till my daughter gets out.
Yeah, okay, that's what I would have done. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
is that the right thing to do?
I don't know.
Can I get in trouble for confronting that person and say, hold on, dude, you wait till my daughter gets out?
I mean, you know, it's a guy, right?
Yes.
Like he's just dressed like a woman, but it's a guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably stop him and tell him, hey, just wait till my daughter gets out. Right. I don't care what they do, what he does, but I just worry about my daughter.
Okay, so we're in the same boat.
And it's like if it was my son, when my son was young, and like even a guy would like be there, I would be concerned.
Right, I would still be concerned too.
Like it's not the sex thing. I guess you could say it is a sex thing, but it's like I say, like what I think about like guys, girls going to different restrooms, or because they identify themselves as whatever they want to identify themselves. So they want to identify however they want to be. It's fine. They could be however they want, but how they want the respect for us to acknowledge them as how they want to be, they also have to respect the world, so
for how the world is.
Yeah, for how the world is. So there's going to be people that don't accept it, that still don't accept it, and they have to understand that too.
Yeah.
So do you think just because there's a lot of sickos in this world, and they don't think like straight?
It's like my mom would always say, and I mean, like a lot of older ladies, right? They say my late suegra, she would say that too. El diablo nunca duerme. With kids, el diablo nunca duerme.
Yeah.
So what that means is like it's you never know. Always be precautious than be like, oh, it's a new world, it's different. Like, no,
Yeah.
the devil never
But
sleeps.
my argument about that is that el diablo nunca duerme, but that's across the board. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, like, if there's a guy and there's a girl and then there's a trans person, I'm not gonna just be like, okay, well, this trans person obviously has, he's a bad person and he's, I'm gonna be like that for the
With
girl
everybody.
and the guy and the trans and the next person. I'm gonna be like that all around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and I get what y'all are saying, and maybe it has to do more with the dad towards the daughter, but like I was telling Ray, like in my life, I guess I would take the kids to the restroom, but I would be in there with them. And for Ray, it's different because he's a single dad with a daughter, so it's not like he can just go into the girls' restroom with her to protect her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so I get that. I totally get that, and I totally respect that. But my only argument is that I'm not going to just single them out because they're trans or because there's a girl dressed like a guy or a guy dressed like a girl and say, okay, that's the bad one. I'm going to protect my kids from that one. I want to protect my kids from all of them. Girl, guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my argument.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Look at it like this.
Hold on, I have something to say on it. Okay, so the restrooms were made by somebody who came up with this. That the boys are going to go to this restroom. The women are going to go to this restroom. Okay, so back in the day, there was no separate restrooms.
Right.
Everybody went to the restroom.
Okay.
Now that they put a name on it, they put a female, and females would go into it. Males would go into it over here. Why do we have to go by what they put? Why is it? Why
do we
that,
have to follow those rules?
Why are we following those rules? Why is it?
Okay, look,
like Epi right there and Ray that said, I'm going to stop them from going there. Why? Because it's what it's common now. It's because what the guy shouldn't go in there. Because why is it?
Okay, look.
What is the disrespect? Did you feel that you were disrespected? Because did your kid feel that they were disrespected? Somebody felt disrespected. Go ahead.
It's not disrespect. It's just that you want to protect your kid from
who?
Like, no matter what.
From who?
From a guy that's dressing like a girl.
Okay, so the girl.
You don't know.
Okay, so with that being said, what about the girl who's inside the restroom? Why didn't you stop the girl that was inside the restroom? Because she could cause the same harm to your kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But look, let's go.
How come you didn't grab that person and say, you can't go in there when my kid's in there? Because
I'm guessing because it's not normal.
Exactly.
It's like
exactly
odd.
What I thought.
But let's go back to what you're saying about the boys and girls restroom. The reason I'm thinking that it's boys and girls and only boys can go in the boys and girls can go in the girls, like it's divided, is because it's multiple restrooms. Like it's not just one person going at a time. Like, like when you go to a convenience store, it's only room for one person.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, like you actually go in the door and you lock the door. You have your privacy. It's like your restroom at your house. You don't have a boys and girls restroom. It's one restroom.
But why not?
Everybody uses it.
Why not?
Why not what?
Why don't you have a boys and a girls?
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm saying because the restrooms are only like the restrooms in our homes or like in convenience stores is only a one person restroom.
Single person. I see what you're saying.
Right. So if you go to like a Walmart, it's a lot of restrooms. Like it's a whole bunch of stalls.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because multiple people are going in at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
That's where you separate male and female restrooms. That's what you're saying.
Okay. Like a male's restroom, there's urinals. There's no doors. There's nothing. It's just like some of them don't even have little stalls. It's just like a urinal next to a urinal.
Yeah.
So there's no privacy there.
Okay, so why don't they make it? Why don't they make it mandatory that they make it privacy?
And in a woman's restroom,
instead of switching it, go ahead.
In the women's restroom, it's there's stalls, right? Like that, they all have their own door. I mean, I don't know if all of them are like that, but majority are like that.
Okay, so I think the question is, like, you're answering the question, but I think what Scott's trying to, like, the point is, why are we here now? Why is it like this now? You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, we go to the girls' restroom because it's a girls' restroom. We go to the guy because it's guy, and that's where we're at. But how did we get here? Why, in the first place, the very first person that said, you know what, I'm going to separate male and female restrooms, why did that happen? That's
yeah, because back in the day, you would just go behind a tree.
Exactly.
And just, like,
there was a
doors.
A male tree and a female tree.
Outhouse.
You know, and I'm pretty sure that there's been several times where you go to a place and you'll tell your significant other, "Hey, cover the door when I go use the restroom in the women's restroom real quick."
Yeah.
You know, or the other way reversed around. It's just a restroom.
There's been times where we're like at a convenience store and there's like 3 guys waiting in line and there's nobody in the girls' restroom.
Yeah.
The one that's in front of me, I said, "Hey, go to the girls' restroom. I'll make sure a girl doesn't go in."
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll be honest,
So, yeah,
I go in the guys' restroom when it's like that. If there's a long line at the girls, I'll tell Scott, "Hey, watch the door. I'm gonna go in the guys' restroom." And everybody's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Dude, it's a toilet. It's the same thing as a toilet next door." You know,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so if they were to make it mandatory that men's restroom has to have stalls instead of just urinals, so it would be the same thing as a women's restroom. So what would be the difference? If they walked in, you have your own privacy, you go into a stall. What's the difference?
But you know,
I think if it would be like that, it probably wouldn't matter.
Maybe once it's labeled, maybe if you know what you're walking into.
But even though, like, let's say, because my kids are all grown already, but if I had a little kid, I would still, like, either be right there or
what? But why are you protecting him from only a male? Only a male, though.
No. Well, anybody like go to any restroom with girls or guys, or dressed like girls or girls dressed like guys.
So, so
to me it doesn't matter.
Okay, but when we started this conversation, it was male. Now that it's both, I'm happy about what we just conversated about.
Yeah, because the conversation was, I mean, what Ray was asking me was that scenario.
Yeah.
So I was answering to that scenario.
Okay, but so the same scenario. Your daughter's inside the girls' restroom and a girl walks in there. Do you stop her from going in?
If she's a little girl, I wouldn't want her to go by herself.
Okay. Your daughter's in the restroom. She's whatever age, she's old enough to go in there and use the restroom.
And you're outside the restroom.
You're outside the restroom. A male comes up.
And a girl goes in.
Hold on. A male comes up.
I can't do nothing because it's a girl's restroom.
Hold on. A male comes up and you stop him.
Yeah.
Okay. If a female comes up, do you stop her?
No.
But
I don't think I would.
See,
I wouldn't. I don't. Not that I think I know I wouldn't.
And that's the whole ordeal, though. Like you're making it seem like because it's a male, he can cause harm to your kid. Anybody could cause harm to your kid. Anybody could cause harm to your kid. So why are you judging him for going to the restroom?
But because that's a woman's restroom.
It's labeled as a woman's restroom. That's why I said it's labeled. If it's a neuter, if it's just a restroom, it said restroom, and you're gonna take your daughter, or your daughter's gonna go, or your son, you know what it's about, you know.
But I mean, it's just the person who put the sign on the door that said it's a girl's restroom. It's a guy's restroom. Yeah. They say this is a kissing booth. It doesn't mean you have to go in there and kiss. You can go take a picture. I mean, it just because it says that.
No. If it's a kissing booth, you gotta kiss.
Lengua and everything, bro.
Yeah, you have to. If you're not gonna go and kiss, don't even go in there.
Don't waste your money.
Yeah. See, and that's the deal, though. Like, just because they put a sign, it doesn't mean that somebody else is out to hurt your kid. I mean,
no, it's not.
I would say be more open to understanding. Hey, this guy's probably just another person just like us having to use the restroom.
Or at that, like the way Scott said, just be leery of everybody. Like the way Scott's like, I don't like anybody equally. I mean, just be leery of everybody, not just because you look different. I'm gonna single you out and I'm gonna protect my kid from you. You know.
So what would you say if the scenario that your daughter was in there and the guy dressed as a girl did something, and they're gonna what is everybody gonna say? Well, what the hell were they doing in the girls' restroom?
The guy.
How come nobody stopped him if they knew
the guy?
It was a guy dressed as a girl. Yes.
And then he did something to the child.
To the child, yeah. What's the first thing everybody's gonna say? I mean, what the hell was he doing in the girls' restroom?
I mean, I think that they should say.
Or do you have to wait till it's too late to say something about it?
Well, okay. See, that's the point. I feel like because it's a guy dressed like a girl.
Or even a girl. Even if it's my taking my son to the restroom and a girl walks in and the girl does something to my son, because girls do bad things too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why do we have to wait till that person does something for us to say something like, "Well, that girl"?
Me aprovecharon one time.
You lady guy, you.
Okay. So with that being said, I think if you took your kid to the guy's restroom and a guy did something to your kid in the restroom, what are they going to say? They're going to say, "Where the hell was the parent?
Right.
Where the hell was this?
How come I didn't stop? How come I didn't stop that girl or that guy from going into my child's restroom?"
No. What I just said was, so you're in a guy's restroom, and your kid's inside the guy's restroom, and something does happen to your kid inside there by another guy. What are they going to say? They're going to still talk shit about you. They're going to still say, "Why did you allow that guy to do that to your kid? Why did you do that?" It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the harm can happen no matter what you look like, no matter what you're dressed like. The harm can happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that, like, you know, a guy, just because the kid's in the girls' restroom and then a guy walks in, like, it doesn't matter where the kid is at, what restroom, who goes in, or what. They're always in danger, no matter what, by anybody, not just by trans or gay or by, you know, male or female. Like, they're always in danger.
You see, and that's I guess that's the thing. So, like, if you really sit back and think about it, it's kind of like Crystal said there too. If you really break it down, if a male dresses up as a girl and goes into the restroom, well, she's trying to be a girl. So,
but how could you say something? How could you say that if you don't know what their intentions are? What if it is a guy that he says, "You know what? I want to go to a girl's restroom and be a pervert. I'm gonna dress like a girl."
Yeah, but
you can't automatically think, "Oh, he dresses like a girl. He really thinks he's a girl."
Yeah,
or you know, like,
yeah, I get what you're saying, and once again, that's gonna come across no matter male or female. I mean, so I'm gonna put it as, if a girl's walking into the restroom, she has potential to hurt my kid. Yeah. If a guy walks into the restroom, he has potential to hurt my kid. Now, because he's gay doesn't give him 80% more chance of hurting my kid.
Exactly. That's my point.
It doesn't raise the rate because he's a male going to hurt my kid. It doesn't raise the rate. It's going to be because this, whatever it is, like it's the same all the way across. If you can open your mind to it, it's really,
they're just people. Like, they're just people. We're all just people, and there's dangerous people and there's good people,
and there's hungry people.
We all wear different things and express ourselves in different ways, and it just, you know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. And you're correct. Exactly what you're saying there is how to move forward, and that's what I'm trying to get with back. Going from the beginning with communicating with the kids and understanding the kids, because it really falls back to, you know, just say, for instance, Ray, with your daughter, you know, trying to understand what their mindset is, because it's changed a lot. It's changed so much from when I was a kid, from when my mom was a kid, from when my grandma was a kid, till my son being a kid now. So, like, it's changed so much that like there's a lot more that's free, I guess, and a lot more that I would say that's bad as
we
well.
Still need to work on.
You know, well, I mean, there's some stuff that on there that like I don't approve of. You know, like, you know, it's just some stuff like that they say that they're free with it, but they're not really being free with it, and they're really still holding back and saying, you know, different stuff on it. So it's very tricky. Hey, are you going to make it for our food?
Yeah. Where I was heading that way already.
He said I was headed that way already.
We got about 10 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
So is it a difference between a child? Okay, so if Sylvia says walk me to the restroom, and you walk her to the restroom and she goes in, and then later on a guy walks in, what are your thoughts on that?
That's a.
Or you walk Scott to the restroom, and a couple of seconds later, a lady walks in.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? It's the same thing as being a kid or an adult. Yeah. It's the same situation.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. My thoughts on it is that now that it's not a kid that's involved, so Sylvia should be able to communicate to me like, hey, this is what's going on in here, you know, whatever. So it's a little different on it. I'm not gonna stop the guy from going into the restroom. I'm not gonna.
Why?
Because I'm not the restroom patrol. I mean, he has to use the restroom. I might tell him the guy's restroom's over there, and he says, "Oh no, I'm using the women's restroom." I don't know what he has between his legs, bro. I mean, like it's really that switch. I mean, people get sex changes and they can't go into a male's restroom because they are female now.
Or maybe like y'all said, there's only urinals in the guy's restroom, and maybe he's disabled and he has to, you know, use a toilet or something.
You're more open minded than I am. I wouldn't let that happen. I wouldn't.
You see, but that's where I wasn't that way though, right. and that's what I want you to understand, that I
just don't think it's okay. Even me, as not being Sylvia's wife or not being, you know, you're a significant other. I would, even me, I would say, man, you don't.
There's still a level of protection that you, feel
but I
obligated to.
But I understand that though, and I don't disapprove of what you're saying there. It's just what I say is just keep in mind that like it's okay to maybe this dude's really his intentions, you know, if maybe I'm judging him that he's gonna go harm somebody when he's actually a female, or you know, it's very hard to tell now, you know, and it's not that it's hard to tell. They're doing a really good job of looking better now, you know. I mean, before it was like, you know, if I shave my head, now they're looking, you know, a female who's going to a male, they can stock up now. They look great, you know. They actually look a lot tougher than most guys out here now, you know. And then male to a female, I've been driving before, and I turn around and say, "Oh my God, look at that girl!" And then I turn around, hold on, is that a guy or a girl? So like, I can't really judge and say you can't go into that restroom because you're a male, you know, because at the end of the day.
But I will say, Ray, like, follow your gut. If you feel danger, if you feel like, you know, that you need to, there's something there, like your senses will tell you if there's harm, or, you know, and
my gut's gonna put me in jail.
You know what I mean? I mean, I can't, like, you're gonna do what you have to do to protect your daughter. You're gonna do what you have to do to protect your friends, your family, your sisters, you know, and no one can commend you for that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And you do that.
Okay.
All right, Epi, we'll get back with you, man. We're fixing
Did
it.
I hear somebody say that in the background? Welcome to Acapulco. You're there already, bro.
They said,
I'll take
bienvenidos.
I'll take a Diet Dr. Pepper, please.
All right, man. We'll see you over there in a few minutes.
At the house.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, man. Later.
All right.
All right, guys. So yeah, we had a pretty good talk today.
Juicy.
Very juicy. Very interesting. Very delicate situation, but at the same time, it's real.
It's reality. It's happening.
Absolutely.
It's happening no matter wherever you go.
Absolutely.
And it's just a shame that there's sickos out there that kind of screw it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's my whole way of thinking.
And the bad thing is the reason you're protective is because you've been around,
Yes.
you know what can happen, you've seen shit happen, and that's why you're protective, and so it's understandable. You know what I mean?
And that kind of goes back to what I told you about. Without anybody being hurt, we wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. We can never. There's a song. What was it? What does the song say? The book.
What was it?
What did she say about writing that book? She said, let's see, how did it say? That girl sings that song. They did.
The rest is unwritten.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's such a crazy damn song, man. That's for another story though. But another podcast. Hey guys, don't forget for your appliance. So actually I got news for y'all. Who's that? The other one? Saludos. Stevie D.
Stevie D, what's up, man?
Stevie D's on. Just FYI, I'm helping out American Appliance. So if you do call American Appliance and you need to get your appliance fixed, you're actually going to talk to me. You're going to talk to me. So call the number. I got you.
Hey, man, and Thanksgiving's around the corner, so make sure your ovens are working, your refrigerators are working. Don't wait till the last minute, man, because these guys are getting booked every day.
Oh my God, you don't know how busy they are, man. And you know what's more crazy? Like all the companies out there do a charge of like $75 to $125 to go out and do a diagnostics. It's only $48 with them. They only charge $48. Go out there, do your diagnostics, tell you what's going on with it. So with that being said, when they go out there and they tell you, hey, it's the water pump on it, you can actually, purchase the water pump and fix it yourself, or you can have them fix it. Your choice, whichever route you want to go. But once again, guys, don't forget to go vote. And what's most important out there, guys, is the city of Corpus. I know the president is a big deal. The president is a major deal. But what affects here locally is your Corpus peoples, the ones that are running. And right here, that's the guy to vote for, guys. Eric Cantu. Go vote for him. Go in there and vote and post it on your thing. Go vote for Eric Cantu. He's going to make a big difference for us, guys. And with that being said, guys, y'all know where we're going. We're going to Acapulco.
Yes.
Y'all stay safe. Y'all be very careful out there. And
later.
Stevie,
thank you, Stevie. We have a good night.